Everything is or feels very messed up right now, but this is how we fix it. If we do these two things, we will get out of this mess. America has become unaffordable. People are very worried about public safety. The government still does not work for most people who really need it. And the assault on our democracy is very, very real. So to fix it, we have to do two big things. Number one, resistance is not enough. We need a full-blown plan. We need a governing document that explains to the American people how we're going to fix the economy, how we're going to keep people safe, how we're going to fix democracy, the government, everything. We're gonna fix everything, and here's how. Okay, so in 1994, Republicans did something similar. They introduced to the American people their governing document, which was called the Contract with America. It was the 10 bills they would pass if they got the majority. They were very, very successful. We can call ours something different, like our pledge to America, but here are the 10 bills that will fundamentally fix what they've broken. Number one, the Reward Hard Work, Not Wealth Act. This is the alternative to the terrible budget bill they just passed. It would fix the tax code, making sure that everybody at the top pays all their taxes, and that gets invested in working folks, small businesses, farmers, the middle class. They get meaningful tax relief. Number two, the Build Baby Bill. That's a lot, I know. But we got to start building again in this country, infrastructure and housing in particular, but you can also include broadband. This bill would do that. All of the reforms that we need and the investments to build a ton of new housing, lowering rents and housing costs, a ton of infrastructure, and laying broadband all over the country. Number three, Improve Care, Lower Costs Act. This is the bill that would expand access to health care. It would create a public option. People should be able to buy into Medicare, and it would lower costs significantly by requiring full transparency for insurance companies, pharmaceutical companies, hospitals, and it would get us back into negotiating lower prescription drug prices across the board. Number four, the Improve Education Act. Neither party has had a plan to improve educational outcomes in decades. This bill would invest in early childhood education, including prenatal care, paid family leave, child care, preschool, making sure that every single kid in America shows up to kindergarten ready. The bill would also make college and the trades much more accessible and much more affordable. Number five, Improve the Federal Government Act. This is really important. This bill would require independent audits of every agency and then a binding vote. Congress has to take up the vote on waste, fraud, and abuse in that independent audit. The bill would also include a number of anti-corruption measures. Number six, the Fix Our Democracy bill, or the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, end voter suppression, end partisan gerrymandering, end dark money, and get politicians out of the business of buying and selling individual stocks. Number seven, the 21st Century Anti-Crime Bill. Communities across the country, particularly cities, are really struggling with gun violence. They need more police officers and they need real gun reform. Restoring Personal Liberties Act. This bill would protect personal autonomy, from reproductive freedom to LGBTQ issues. Number nine, the Border Security and Immigration Reform Act. This bill would include additional Border Patrol officers, more judges, asylum reform, and perhaps most importantly, legal pathways for folks who have been working here and for dreamers. And finally, number 10, the Strengthening America's Global Leadership Act. This would reaffirm our role in global alliances, our fight against authoritarianism here and abroad, and promoting democracy and trade. Also, this bill would reinvest in the foreign aid we know is so critical to our national security and just us as human beings. Second big thing is we need a new entity. We need a group of people and leadership dedicated entirely to this moment. We need this to reframe the narrative and meet this moment fully. And I think it has to have the moral seriousness and political discipline that the civil rights movement did. So people all over the country know that what they're seeing right now is very bad, but there's a better way forward and we can get there. These are the two big things that I believe will help us fix what they've broken.